And welcome back to Crypto Hulk Show. Stuart Lavelle's been unsubscribed 3 times today. See, this is what I'm talking about. This doesn't happen on other channels. None of this. There's like 10 things that happen on this channel. Today, the chat, I got disconnected. So, see, I knew I would. With the title of this program, I knew it. But I contacted this person. I deal with a YouTube person. I can't say what exactly it's about. So I contacted them, took a screenshot, and see if they can help me find out what's going on with this. So what I am doing now is I'm logged in as a regular guest to my own show so I can type in the chat. Otherwise, I'd have to delete the live stream and reload it again. So now I'm just looking through here. We got JM. Who was the first 5 that showed up? Gotcha. Crypto She-Hulk. Cup of Coffee. Not John McAfee. Michelle. And Gordon Logan. By Jove. Ganga, I have been unable to upgrade my membership. Okay, let me take a screenshot of that one. Also, I need you to contact YouTube with the... Okay, so first off, you got to do this. Get your phone, delete YouTube, reload it back in. Do that twice a week. I just did mine yesterday. Then find the send feedback button. You have to kind of look around for that one, send feedback, and then hit them up at least, 2 to 3 times about why you're unable to upgrade a membership. Send them a feedback. Why am I being unsubscribed to this channel 3 times today? Keep sending them. There's somebody doing something to this channel. And I don't know if the regular YouTube's aware of it. It might be like some kind of a 3-letter agency. JM says, why is my membership changed? I paid for Crypto Explosion monthly. Not sure if I still have it. Michelle says, it took me several months trying multiple times a day to get subscribed. Let me take a... Oh, man. Ragnar Lothbrook, member for 9 months. Is CommieTube in bed with Red Dragon? I'm going to say yeah. Stuart Lavelle, screenshot this YouTube. Nice one. Very nice. See, that's what they try their best. See, my show is bringing you content no other channel. They won't even touch it. People won't touch it. To put a title like that out there, nobody would even touch that. See, my commitment is to teaching you, not that I'm going to lose sponsors. See, that's why I don't have corporate sponsors. I got you. Because then I'm relying on you to financially fully support this channel. These other channels, they would never put a title like this. Oh, no. Because they're going to lose their corporate sponsors. Now we're starting to see where their priorities are, aren't we? Crypto Hulk Show is all about showing you the truth. And if I have to take a big risk, like I am now with the channel getting jammed up, I've been doing this shit for 4 years. I'm devoted to teaching you the truth, no matter what the consequences. That's just how I do it. The other channels, you're not going to have this. So, oh, I don't want to lose my sponsors. Everything to them is about their sponsors and selling and promoting. That's all these other channels are. You'll see. I watch the shows, not as much as I do anymore, or I used to, but I already know what the show is about. 15-minute, top 10 news articles, no deep dives, nothing controversial. No, I mean, you won't learn anything at all except what's on the top 10 news. You can do that on your own. And that's it. Then promoting and selling accredited investor shit. That's the other channels. Alrighty then. Now, what do we got here? Let me see where I'm going to start at. I'm going to go with bricks. Right. Let's start with, no, let's not do that. I'm going to start with the main event. Copy. Paste. We're going to start with a CNBC article. There's your article right there. Let me take a look. China's Ant Group doubles down on global expansion with cross-border payments offering Alipay Plus. This is all Ripple. we're going to go over today. Our main topic is China and Ripple. And why? I have a question. Why at Ripple Las Vegas do they not go over this at all? Think about it. They go to Ripple Las Vegas. How do you not bring up all how Ripple helped China make a cryptocurrency? Do you ever ask yourself that? Did they focus on that at all? No. That's amazing. That's totally amazing to me how you have a Ripple Las Vegas conference and you don't explain how Ripple started all this Chinese yuan, all this crypto, all this Chinese electric money, the electric crypto money, that's all Ripple. and to, and to have a conference where you're calling it Ripple Las Vegas and not one person asked the question in the whole audience. Do you see how fucking stupid that is? These fucking dummies that go to this conference, not one person asked, could you explain to us Ripple's role in the development of cryptocurrency in China since 2013 and how you sent Justin Sun over there and who else was over there helping them make their crypto? Not once during that conference does that go, that just went unasked. These people that go there, they have no fucking clue. They have no idea that Ripple was right there from day one. The day Ripple hit the streets, they're already in China making the cryptocurrency. Now, one person in the audience brought that up. Mental midgets. It's the only thing I got to say. Truly sad. JM, here for your crypto Hulk. Lynn from UK. YTR. Lynn from UK. All right, I guess we got JM. And that's Lynn from UK. Got it. Hey, David, what's going on with Codius? Stuart Lavelle asks. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, nothing of importance. These other channels, like I said, 15 minutes. You go over 10 news articles. You quote what everybody else said. You have sponsors. And then the show's over. Nothing's discovered. Nobody's called out on anything. Blah blah blah. That's just how all the shit is. Then we go to a get together and we just sell accredited investor products to rich people. Nothing's brought up about Ripple Hong Kong, Ripple Indonesia, Ripple Russia, Ripple China. Nope, nope. None of that stuff's brought up at all. I'm going to my little get together in Las Vegas. I want to make some friends in the XRP community. Oh God, these people, truly sad. So let's go over this article here. China's Ant Group doubles down on global expansion with cross-border payments. Isn't this something? And look, it's with Alipay Plus. Ant Group, which is a member of Alibaba, is looking to expand into the payments markets of Europe, Middle East, and Latin America with its Alipay Plus offering. We're going to find out later where China's getting all this crypto technology from, but we're just reading about Alipay now. What we found is people want to use their home e-wallets when they travel abroad, so they don't want to have to load their card into another app. Let's see. They're using QR scan codes now. What we found, okay. and Ant International introduced Alipay in 2020. That's 7 years after Ripple got with China. We're seeing a huge opportunity for expansion. I'm just kind of summarizing. I'm not going to read all this whole article. I'm going to get to the main point. Okay. Down where it says growth markets. Ant Financial bought stakes in several companies. You got Singapore payments firm 2C2P, South Korea's Kakao Pay in 2017. You got Malaysia's Do It Now. I believe that was a Ripple partner. Almost positive on that. You got Singapore. So what we're seeing is the Chinese company coming in and just buying up some payment companies, okay, around the world. Sri Lanka, Cambodia, Dubai. It's called Dubai Duty Free. We scroll down. From problems to solutions. Ant Group. So China kind of stopped. Ant Group's future became uncertain in China when regulators pulled the plug on its IPO. Ant also was forced to restructure. And what we got going on is this in China. When you get too powerful or you show a new innovative paying method, the government comes in and takes it. And or they volunteer you, they kind of volunteer you, hey, we're going to be partners of your business now, and you're going to give us half. You're going to give us this proprietary information on how you get this done. That's how all this happens. Ripple is there from day one. You have this article here, you can see it. Now, I'm going to show you. Oh, man. Hold on a minute. Now, I showed you in my videos about 10-cent Weibo kind of thing, so I'm not going to show it again. You can watch my short videos for that. We have something here called Ripple Dividend. Now, this is all in China. This is 2014. This particular page, you can see in the upper left, it shows 2014. And then if you watch the full video, I'll show you the whole video. I'll show you the link. And let me, hold on a minute. Okay, there's the link. I want you to go to the 1 minute, 22 second mark. 1 minute, 22 seconds. Seconds. Stuart Lavelle is talking about SHA 256. And what also Stuart is saying is N, and we're not going to say S and not going to say A, because if you, I've already shown you the evidence. You look at the Ripple early partnerships. Yes, there's nothing on paper that we can see showing that that spy agency is working with Ripple. I have it on the Ripple website. But you know what's funny is the dumbasses out there like, oh, they weren't really working with them. Why don't you find the website that I'm referring to? And then you can leave stupid fucked up comments. Okay, you find the website showing that Meet the Team and showing the pictures of all the Ripple staff and shit. Why don't you do that shit and then we can talk later, okay? Show us, bring something intelligent, like how smart you are, okay? And then maybe we'll listen to your comments. S. Harib 1, thank you very much for that donation to the channel. Absolutely there, buddy. Then you got Eric Goldsmith. Thank you, Hulk. We stand by you and remain at the ready. Hammer Hulkster. Then we got Robert Bobby Driscoll doing yard work, still listening. Well, that's interesting. But it's what you can do. Some people cook dinner. They're listening to the show while they're cooking. So that 1 minute, 22 second mark thing, we're seeing 10-cent Weibo. Okay. Now, let's look up. Now that's a Chinese. Those are two Chinese companies, 10-cent and then Weibo. Weibo is like a micro chat, they call it. First, we're going to just get into all the evidence. Then we're going to dig into this. What is this Weibo stuff? Let me do a copy and a paste. Okay. So actually, this is the same video. I want you to go to the 23 second mark. 23 second mark. What do you see? Ripple China, right? Oh, man. Crypto Hulk, how do you do it? This is the actual Ripple China 2013. It's November 30th we're looking at here. And there's something called a CNY. That's the Chinese yuan. It's in crypto form. I'm literally showing you what no other channel can show you and have been for over a year and a half. Okay. I'm waiting for everybody else to catch up. Okay. See, that's how we are in Crypto Hulk. When I tell you, yeah, we're like a year and a half, 2 years advance of everybody, it's true. The evidence is right here. We're looking at Ripple China. Not once was this shit brought up during that stupid ass Ripple Las Vegas. That is so fucking embarrassing. They didn't even bring this up. How do you not bring up when an American crypto company works with a communist government to create a crypto? How do you not talk about that at your fucked up conference? I'm waiting for an answer. Next, Ripple Russia. How do you not discuss that shit after Crypto Hawk discovers it, I thought these other channels are so brilliant. Why don't they discover this shit? Why don't they talk about it at least? You know they know about it. You know why they can't talk about it? Because they have to acknowledge who discovered it. Yours truly, right? So they can't discuss it because it goes back to Crypto Hawk found it. So they're like, oh damn, let me not talk about it. Do you think these two the digital dildo twins, is it possible they've not heard about Ripple China, Ripple Russia? If your answer is yes, then what the fuck are they doing making crypto programs? Because this has like been around for 10 years and they've been on the air longer than me. So they should know about this. And if their answer is yes, we know about it, but we're not reporting on it, well, don't you care about your viewers? Or are you worried about your sponsorships more? So either way, I win when I ask that question. Okay. That's why I'm in crypto. So you win. Okay. I don't care. I don't care if Ripple, somebody put in some comment somewhere. Oh, Ripple decided to go with Tether this year or whatever. Court documents show or whatever. Okay, let's assume that's true. So what? Isn't the XRP ledger an interoperable platform? Yeah, actually it is Crypto Hulk. So what's the big fucking deal? Now, common sense would tell you, well, why don't they just use Stellar? Because it's almost the same code. That's the right answer. Okay. So the same guy that invented XRP, Ledger, and all that, Jed, we'll just call him Jed. He also, after that, left XRP to make Stellar. So it's the same fucking code. I'm not a coder, but you do a little tweak here and a little tweak there, and then you got Stellar. It's the same fucking thing as XRP. Okay. Why would you go off and use Tether? That makes no sense. But is it possible? Absolutely. Why? Because XRP's ledger is interoperable. What makes it interoperable is Codius. That's what makes it interoperable. All right. So now I showed you that. Here is Alipay. Let me show you their website. So now we've clearly established fact that Ripple and China have been partnering for past 10, 11 years. So that's a fact. I've already shown you two examples. And if you watch the video, you can find about 4 more in there. Okay. So it's a fact. Crypto Hulk establishes facts. Now, there's Alipay right there. And it shows their different partners. And there's more. There's MPay, there's Gcash. There's these little companies with how you build liquidity. Now, let me check here real quick on my login page. I ticked, smashed, and hit it CSS. Everybody go ahead and hit the like button. Can't you just shill us your favorite meme coin like everyone else does? I could, but I don't even know what a meme coin. I think it's like dog coin's a meme. I really don't know what a meme coin is. I don't study dumb shit. Sean B. Nice work as usual. Thanks for that donation there. And then Chad Cord, member for 12 months. Hold tight, everyone. Our time is coming. Oh, Robert Egizio, late fee, Island Fund. We might get a small palm tree with late fees. We are getting the island slowly, piece by piece. Well, you never know. You get enough crypto people together, you can like buy an island or a country. I mean, it's totally possible. Platforms. Blues batteries. In March, Ripple won 2 awards. FinTech Breakthrough Award Pro. Look, everything is Ripple and about 5 other cryptos, okay? So I've been showing you here. I just showed yesterday a whole brand new use case for the XRP ledger. That's supply chain logistics. Let me click out of this one, that one. Okay, here's your next article. Still on China. China. Check this one out. Now we're going to dig a little deeper. Here's an article. This is for all the dummies that are watching my show. And I got dummies that watch the show. Now, this article is dated 2024, May 1st. Like, I know it's a long time ago. I know it's a really fucking long time ago. Like, what, 5 or 6 days? God, I know. I know that's old news. I know. Shit. But look what we got here in the title. China enlists Tencent. Oh shit, Crypto Hulk just showed us that from 2013-14. They're Ripple partners. Oh look, Tencent's right there. Oh look, Weibo. Weibo. Oh look, that was in Crypto Hulk's article from 10 years ago. Oh, that means nothing at all, Crypto Hulk. That shit's 10 years old. But those companies are no longer Ripple partners at all. I just had to have a moment of peace for dumb people. All right. Now, let's see what's going on with Tencent and Weibo, because they were working with Ripple back in the day. Let's see what's going on. China on Wednesday implemented a revised, oh, look here, state secrets law requiring internet companies such as Tencent and Weibo, Ripple partners, to delete leaked information and cooperate with government investigations. Oh, and they're talking about national security. Well, Crypto Hulk's always told us for the past 4 years that there will be a national security event which will cause a shutdown of all this crypto exchanges, government seizures of crypto. Oh, yeah. And Crypto Hulk was just showing us Tencent and Weibo, and here it is in the news today. Well, sorry, Crypto Hulk. Sorry I'm such a dumb shit. And you were talking about Tencent Weibo, and I was making fun of you because it's 10 years old. But it looks like they're in the news right now. Oh, yes, it does. Brilliant deduction, by the way. China here's a second paragraph, protecting and curbing the spread of state secrets online in an increasingly digitally focused society. You know what's funny is you've got these agents. Look, I'll just tell you, in China, it's not difficult to work with the government because, so when I say Ripple worked with the government, in China, it's not difficult. Why? Because the government owns everything, right? So it's just like, the article's not lying. If you work with a business in China, you're working with the government. That's just how it is. So it's a fact, okay? Get over it. It's a fact. And here, Tencent and Weibo are agents of the government. So any business that works with them, like Ripple did, and probably still does, I don't know. They work with the Chinese government. So the title of my show is accurate. I I mean, I don't know what percent, if 50%, like every business in China is owned by the government 50%. So it don't matter who you work for, Taco Bell and shit, it's somehow tied into the government. Got it? It says here, protecting and curbing. So here's the deal. 2014 was that 10-cent thing that I showed you, okay? Now, the Chinese just revised their state secrets laws, which has been updated. This is still now the second paragraph, which has been updated for the first time since 2010. So Ripple got in at a time before they had what's called the State Secrets Protection Act or whatever in China. Ripple was able to get in under the radar, interact with the government in that country with fintech. I mean, 10-cent Holdings, that's a big fucking company. That's massive, actually. And then you got Weibo, and they're all mixed in with ByteDance. Look right here. 10-cent Holdings, along with such social media platform as Weibo, Douyin, ByteDance. They own TikTok. Are you seeing all this? Ripple was involved in all of this. So my title is accurate. When you're working in China with big tech companies, you're working with the government. It's not like Ripple has this contract with the government of China. No, it's with these companies who have contracts with the government. It's all the same. It's kind of like when Dilip Rao left Ripple to go work for Australia and hook up all their crypto. Australia is basically Ripple Tech, okay, but without the name. They slap Australian National Bank or something on there, right? So now everybody thinks it's the Australian Federal Bank. It's really Ripple. But no, is it on paper that way? No. But why do you have Dilip Rao quit Ripple and he gets hired for the Australian National Bank? I'm like, come on, seriously? So you know that it's Ripple. They just can't say it because that's embarrassing. Like, you just can't do it. I don't know the right words to explain, but you get my point. All right. So this is what's going on with China. Okay. Now here's a Wikipedia page. I also showed this on my short video. Here's your Wikipedia page. Right there. First paragraph. 10-cent Weibo. That's just what we saw. 2014, Ripple dividend and all that stuff with Ripple. 10-cent Weibo was a Chinese microblogging website launched by Tencent April 2010 and was shut down in 2020. Okay. Now that's very interesting, Wikipedia, because why did I just read an article where Tencent and Weibo are helping the government protect state secrets? I thought Weibo was shut down. Well, looks like it wasn't after all, was it? Okay. Now, I know it's a surprise to a lot of low IQ people that watch my show. We call them haters. But I know it's hard for you to get. But just because you think a business closed down, just because you see a business closed down, doesn't mean that it closed down. I know that's hard for you to understand. Yes, I know. Businesses that used to be Ripple partners, and you see where it closed down, but in fact, it never did close down. I know that's hard for you to understand. Just like your mother, when you were born, she looked at you and had a hard time understanding, oh God, this is from me. Okay. Same kind of concept. Let me click out of that one. And that will do for the Chinese. That will do for the Chinese article. We're done with China. We're going to move on to much bigger and better. Let me see some of the comments here. Then we'll do our next article. YouTube shut me down. Oh, yes, yet again. What a fucking joke. Whoa. That's like, yeah, I've been wondering. The show has really been taking a hit the past week or two. And I'm wondering what's up. Now I'm starting to see they've been, every once in a while, the channel will start to grow. And then YouTube at the top will just start hammering it and shutting it down. And then that's what I've noticed. Stu says, only means you are on the right side of right, sir. Very interesting. You know, my topic today, we got a member show. So that's another thing is I have it like the membership show. So not everybody can see this program and they're still messing with it. I mean, you can go you can go to my Twitter. The Las Vegas Maxis are crying on their channels. It's embarrassing. Next article, Robin Hood. I don't know if any of you go to Robin Hood to get your crypto. You might want to rethink that. For that reason right there. Look what we got here. Robin Hood Crypto gets a Wells notice from the SEC. May 6th, retail trading platform. That's for me and you. Me and you means retail. Big government or business means wholesale. So look what we got here. Retail trading platform Robinhood said on Monday it received an enforcement action notice from the SEC over crypto tokens traded on its platform. The company said it received a Wells notice. Everybody, that's not good. Okay. That means if you've got your crypto on Robinhood, be prepared for it to get taken. All right. When you get a Wells notice, the SEC is planning to bring a lawsuit against you. Okay. It doesn't mean the company did anything wrong. It just means Robinhood's going to end up in court. And what might happen is they'll shut down their website. Maybe they'll open it again. Maybe they won't. Maybe the SEC, the judge gives them permission to seize everything on that website. Your crypto's gone. You got it? I've been telling you for 4 years on my program, unlike the other channels, you get your crypto, hardware wallet it, don't do shit. Okay? You got dumb people out there trying to earn money off crypto. That's so fucking stupid. But see, that's how these other channels have it. They have these little courses, and you watch the course, and you try to do. That's so fucking stupid. We firmly believe that the assets listed on our platform are not securities. And we look forward to engaging with the SEC to make it clear just how weak any case against Robinhood would be. I'm going to leave that article That's just a warning for you. Now, here's what's interesting. Now, I'm going to play lawyer for a little bit. My name's Cryptoholic. I'm not a crypto advisor. I'm not a legal advisor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm the biggest liar on the internet. And my goal is to get you financially destroyed by giving you criminal crypto advice and anything else I might call advice. All right, there is the. Now look at this right there. What I'm showing you is what the other channels don't show because they don't have they don't have a clue. We're looking here at the United States Code. Okay, I've only been telling you this for 4 fucking years. That's not a long time. You've never heard this on other channels, and that's fine because they're not truth channels. You got the United States Code. I used to work for the Department of Justice. I'm very familiar with what this is basically. This is American law right here. It covers everything. Let's look at some of the subjects. Congress, the president, agriculture, armed forces, bankruptcy, Coast Guard, crimes. There's all different kinds of crimes, education, food and drug, internal revenue code, like the IRS. Talks about money and finance. That's Title 31. I'm not going to look at it right now. It briefly talks about crypto. It doesn't define it and all these things. It doesn't define the whole crypto space. See, but that's title. If you were going to have crypto, it'd be under money and finance. All right. And the reason I'm just showing you this, we're not going to get into this because this could take hours, days. All right. When I used to work law enforcement, I worked for a couple different places. One was in California. I went through a California Reserve Police Officer Academy, pretty basic. Worked as a deputy 1 day a week for 2 years. Then I went back to college and stuff, got into working probation and state Supreme Court level work and Department of Justice, stuff like that. I've had a pretty good variety of criminal justice experience. But let's say in California, you have what's called the California Vehicle Code. So it defines everything on the road, okay? Good, bad, legal, illegal. What's the definition of a motorcycle? All these things. What's the definition of a truck? How many axles can it weigh? Anything to do with the road. The road, highways, all kinds of stuff. And then you have the California Penal Code, which covers all your crimes. Then you have the Business and Profession Code, Health and Safety Code, etc. Okay. So what the United States Code is like all that wrapped up into one. All right. So now Arizona has what's called the Arizona Revised Statutes. So that's where you would find most of the, like the cops and stuff when you get a ticket, or let's say if you commit a crime or something like that, and that's where that comes from, the revised statutes. The United States has a United States Code. And within that code, listen to this, there are no crypto regulations. So I know some of you are kind of like, whoa, what? There's no crypto regulations. The United States has no crypto regulations. Something you'll not hear in any other channel. That's why my channel's messed up, because I tell you the truth, all right? And I have practical working knowledge in this area. I'm not a lawyer, never was trying to be, okay? I have too much self-respect. Because lawyers are politicians and politicians are liars, and I never wanted to be a liar. So that's why I got it. Well, except on this channel. But that's what we're looking at. So what's funny is when the SEC gives Robinhood a Wells notice, the SEC has no authority. Now, if the SEC were going to enforce cryptocurrency laws, they wouldn't go anywhere because there is none. All right. They wouldn't go. I was going to say they'd go to the US code to look up what sections, and cite and, but the SEC can't go to the US code. See, that's where anything United States law enforcement, whether it's FBI, Justice Department, or whatever, they all have to go to the United States code, find the code section that relates to whatever criminal offense someone's doing with crypto. But guess what's not in there? So, but Crypto Hulk, they filed a lawsuit. So what? It means nothing. Legally, it means nothing. Judges cannot hear cases like this, but the judges are. I would like to know what United States code sections these judges are using, because it's not in there. Okay, that's what's fascinating about this charade that's being placed on people. We don't have, see, Congress makes laws. We don't have any. That's what's absolutely fascinating. This whole lawsuit's fake. Every crypto lawsuit's fake. The SEC doesn't have authority to do any of this. And all these lawyers and crypto companies know, they get the phone call from a 3-letter agency. Hey, it's part of our national security. You just kind of need to go with this, or whatever it is. These lawyers can't be this stupid. Congress has not made crypto laws and regulations. So I'd be really curious on why everybody's playing the game. See, it's called The Emperor's Wearing No Clothes. Look that one up. Read that story. The Emperor's Wearing No Clothes. And if you want the quick version, there's like a dinosaur in the room. No one wants to acknowledge it, but it's sitting over here, but no one wants to talk about it. There's a dinosaur sitting right over there. Nobody look, nobody talk about it. And if anybody ever does, just play it off as nothing. Confuse the matter, change the subject. That's all that's going on. So this whole Robinhood thing is fascinating. If I worked for Robinhood and I'm a lawyer, do they have a lawyer? I know in here a lawyer said something. Legal compliance. Dan Gallagher. Hey, Dan Gallagher. Crypto Hulk, nice to meet you. Robinhood Crypto. His name is Dan Gallagher. He's their chief legal compliance and corporate affairs. Dan's probably got the phone call from a 3-letter agency. And if he hasn't, Dan, check the United States code, because there's nothing in there. He's like, who's this guy? Oh, just somebody that, not a big deal. Used to work for the Department of Justice. I teach beginning entry-level crypto to just general people online. Not a big deal, right? This whole thing is ridiculous. You don't have crypto regs, you can't enforce them. You can't enforce what you don't have. Please tell me this makes sense, okay? Congress has not made crypto laws and regulations. Therefore, there's nothing to enforce. You can't call crypto security. What is crypto? Look in the law. Does our government define in the United States code, not anywhere else, just in the United States code? And then does United States code prescribe all the penalties and like probation and shit if you do? No, it doesn't, because guess what? There's nothing there. Now, maybe in certain parts, it does talk about in the United States code, it mentions when the president's executive order, I think 14067 or whatever it was, when President Biden put this, it talks about a crypto, but we don't have the laws and definitions and the penalties. And all, it's not there. So that part's fascinating to me. But anyhow, I just showed you that little United States code. Give that a look. Go to Section 31 or Title 31, Money and Finance, because that's where cryptos would be, right? Money and Finance. And you can look through there, and there's no set guidance. I mean, there's no laws for that. Let me click out of the Robinhood article here. Click out of that one. Now, at the same time, At the same time, Robinhood is getting sued, so is Ethereum. This is long overdue. This whole Ethereum thing. Check this out. Like, I absolutely love this. Ethereum's co-founder's name is Joseph Lubin. He says the SEC is gaslighting everyone about crypto. Joseph Lubin co-founded Ethereum. Now his company is suing the SEC, and he says the future of the internet is at stake. No, actually, the future of Ethereum's at stake. That's it. Not Ripple's, not anybody else's. How does it feel, Ethereum, to be getting sued now? Joseph Lubin is in a fight that he's going to lose with the SEC. Not only is a financial regulator waging war against Ethereum, he claims, but making a grab for the jurisdiction over the internet. See, they don't do nothing to Ripple 3 years ago, 4 years ago when they got sued. Coming up on 4. Oh, Joseph Lubin, they're all, but it's not funny anymore, is it? No. In April, Consensus received a Wells notice in April from the SEC and informing the company they're about to be sued. Oh, not good. Talks about MetaMask. Sure glad I never used that. Oh, it talks about staking. Oh, sure glad I never did that. See, this is why Crypto Hulk hasn't done shit with none of these places. Because no one's coming after Crypto Hulk's crypto saying, oh, Crypto Hulk, you were staking an illegal security, blah, blah, blah. That's why I don't do shit. And you're going to find out that's the smartest move you could ever make. I'm not going to get into the article any more than that. But what I do want to show you is here's the evidence right here. Ethereum had an illegal securities sale. Here's the evidence right here. You won't find on any other channel. That's why Crypto Hulk appreciates any kind of support on his channel, because nobody's channel's like this. Here's an Ethereum video I made. It's 5 minutes. You can watch it after the show. We have an illegal securities sale right here. Here's the evidence. Okay. Hey, SEC, why don't you look at this? Here's the title. Now, when you have an Ethereum sale, you got to be, when you have a security sale, you got to be very clear about it. Let me know if this sounds pretty clear to you. Here's the title. Terms and conditions of the Ethereum Genesis sale. Sounds pretty clear to me, right? Okay. Oh, look, table of contents. Oh, warning, do not purchase Ethereum if you are not an expert in dealing with cryptographic tokens and blockchain-based software systems. Looks like they're giving warnings and disclosures. Is that normally how you buy crypto? No. This is clearly a security sale. The purchase of Ethereum has a number of risks. What is Ethereum, the platform? So they're educating the buyer. I'm going to stop right there. I'm not going to get into this anymore. It's a 5-minute video, but I just wanted to show you that. Next, I want to show you another video that I made. Nobody else has. Right there. Let's go to the what second mark. Let's go to the 28-second mark. 28-second mark. What do you see? Oh, this is 2000, I believe, 14. This is the Ethereum Foundation, 2014. Who started Ethereum and who's involved in all this stuff? They want you to believe there's just 2 founders to Ethereum, okay? You guys, this is the biggest lie. Look what I'm showing you here. All these people are, it wasn't just, see what they want you to think. But see, Crypto Hulk's got proof. No other channel has this. Look at what we're seeing here. Who are the founders of Ethereum? It's not just two people. Oh, there's a shit ton. Founders. Says it right here. Vitalik Buterin, founder. Charles Hoskinson, founder. Anthony Diorio, founder. Mahai Elias, whatever, founder. Gavin Wood, founder. Joseph Lubin, founder. Jeffrey Wickel, Tickle My Pickle, he's a founder. Amir Chetrit, founder. Let's keep going. So those are the founders. You got about 12 of them, okay? I got the other names of the people here. These are people who are advisors, development, around the 32-second mark. You got Jeremy Wood, Ryan Taylor. These people are in development. Jason Colby. So what I wanted to show you, I'm going to end. You got this guy named Addison Cameron Huff. He's in the legal department. They have a philosopher. His name is Ethan Wilding. He was the philosopher. Oh, now looky here. You have Jerry Liu as a Chinese partner. You have two Chinese partners. I wonder why they called him that. See what I'm saying? See, now you got the Chinese mixed up. You have two guys that are, quote, Chinese partner. Jerry Liu and Bin Liu. Chinese partners. Now you got Chinese involved in Ethereum too. Well, damn, Crypto Hulk. You're like a little investigator, aren't you? So now we've learned something new on Crypto Hulk that no other channel knows. We know there wasn't just two founders to Ethereum. There's like 12. I read off all their names. And they're founders. That's why they put on their website founders. So nobody can say, oh, well, they just assisted. No, they're founders. That's why they put it on the fucking website. Okay? There's 12 people, not two. And then we have the China connection. Again, that's why they're called the Chinese employee. There's a reason they did that. And I'll bet you we know who those people work for, the government. Oh, pretty damning stuff, Crypto Hulk. Don't know how you find all this stuff. All right, where are we at? I've got to wrap the show up. That'll be it. You guys got enough cool evidence that you saw today. Now you got more questions than answers, don't you? That's how it is with me. It's like I'll start investigating something and I'll find out my original questions, but then now I solved my original questions, but now I got like 10 more. Like, how the hell we got all these founders for Ethereum? I thought they've been telling us there's only two. Vitalik Buterin and Joseph Lubin. We found that was wrong. That's a lie. There's 12. And then why is the Chinese involved? That's my next question. And if I start tracking those two Jerry Liu guys and stuff, we all know where this goes, right up at the top of the commie government. So a lot of cool shit that we find out on Crypto Hulk channel. Michelle, what a time to be alive, to witness this worldwide shit show unfolding. Absolutely true. So I just wanted to, it's 12:27 a.m. Wednesday, and yes, more tunnels we go through. 12:27 in the morning. All right, well, I have to shut this program off so Stuart Lavelle can get to sleep. And but I'll see y'all in tonight's show. I got a show lined up for tonight. Thanks for another great show, Hulk. Pretty cool info, huh? Anyhow, I'll see everybody on my next broadcast, probably around 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific time.